Oh my God, I used to be so proud telling people I'm a perfectionist. When I look back, that was such a foolish statement. Hi, lovely people. My name is Layla. Welcome to my channel where I talk about personal development, inner work, and my life in Seoul, South Korea. I want to chat about the whole perfectionism scam and why you should steer clear of it. So first things first, we'll dig into what perfectionism really is, what drives it, the not so great consequences it brings, and how I managed to kick it to the curb. As always, the video timestamp is in the description box, so let's get started. According to the internet, perfectionism is a personality trait characterized by an intense pursuit of exceptionally high standards and the constant striving for flawlessness. Societal and cultural expectations play a significant role in fostering perfectionism. First and foremost, there is this prevailing notion of what success should look like, and strict standards often define it. People are bombarded with messages suggesting that success equates to achieving top grades, landing prestigious jobs, maintaining a flawless appearance, and always presenting a happy and successful facade. This can create immense pressure to conform to these ideals, leaving individuals to strive for perfection in every aspect of their lives. Then you have the thief of joy, comparison. The comparison game is a major driver of perfectionism. People tend to compare themselves relentlessly in a society that emphasizes competition and constantly measure individuals against one another. Social media platforms, for example, showcase curated and idealized versions of people's life, fostering feeling of inadequacy. The fear of being judged by others is a natural consequence of this constant scrutiny as individuals worry about living up to the standards set by peers and family and just society at large. This fear can result to anxiety and self-doubt, further fueling the perfectionist drive to meet or, God forbid, exceed expectations. And then you have the parents, bless their hearts. With the best intentions, they can sometimes contribute to the cycle of perfectionism. They may push their children hard to meet these societal and cultural expectations, believing it's in their children's best interest. However, this well-intentioned pressure can lead the children to internalize the need to be perfect and to gain approval and love, even at the cost of their own well-being, unfortunately. They constantly bombard individuals with picture-perfect ideals. Magazine, advertisement, social media platform often portray impossibly flawless and happy lives, making it seem like everyone else has it all together when it's not really the case. This can foster unrealistic standards and unrealistic self-image, leading individuals to believe that they must attain these standards to be considered successful or valuable. So in essence, these factors I just mentioned, when they're combined and intertwined, they create a relentless drive for perfection that can affect everyone. What a life. Okay, so now the question is, are you a perfectionist? Let's find out. Are you often highly critical of yourself? Do you tend to set unrealistic standards for your achievements? Is your primary focus on results, sometimes neglecting the whole process? Do you feel down or depressed when you don't meet your goals? Are you defensive or resistant when faced with constructive criticism? Is your self-esteem generally on the lower side? Do you have a fear of failure that affects your actions and decisions? Do you tend to procrastinate on tasks or responsibilities? Let me know in the comment section which ones resonate with you the most. For me, my top 4 were highly critical of myself, having unrealistic expectations, fearing failure, and procrastinating. When you're all about extreme perfectionism, it can sometimes mess with your head and overall well-being. First, you are constantly anxious and stressed because you're trying to meet these crazy expectations that you have set for yourself. And that can make you super unhappy, leading to low self-esteem and sometimes, God forbid, depression. It's also a recipe for burnout because you are pushing yourself to the limit. Ironically, though, you can also procrastinate because you are afraid you won't be perfect, which can mess up your decision making too. And worst of all, you're so focused on perfection that you forget to enjoy life's little pleasure. It's a tough cycle to break, but I did it, and so can you. I honestly feel like, for the most part, the idea of perfectionism is what prevents people from accomplishing things and going after what they truly want. This is exactly what happened to me. So I want to focus on that particular aspect and give you some advice. But first, I must credit Jim Rohn, one of my mentors, for this breakthrough. I was listening to one of his audio when he said something very profound. I can't repeat it word for word, but the essence of it was, don't hide your laziness and procrastination behind perfectionism. Ouch. I clutched my pearls. I felt attacked, but ultimately he was right. I had a lot of ideas and goals, but I often convinced myself that I needed more time to think, to plan, and to strategize. At the time, I didn't realize that the path to improvement and perfection only becomes clear through action and feedback. To get better at something, you have to start. Learn from the process and make necessary adjustments along the way. Back in 2017, when I began my journey into blogging, I was determined to focus on money-related topics. I wasted weeks just procrastinating, convincing myself that I needed to brainstorm extensively. Only when I finally started writing did I discover my true passion lie in personal development. Looking back, I realized I could have saved a lot of time if I had simply started writing and allowed my actions to guide me to my actual preference. Another common example is when you decide you want to start working out, but instead of getting started, you go out and you buy the perfect workout shoes, you buy the perfect workout outfit, and then you wait for that perfect time, which is usually right at the beginning of the new year. But what ends up happening is that you never actually get around to doing it. My solution: you begin with what you already have and you treat yourself later. If you stay consistent for a month, consider buying those fancy workout shoes or that stylish workout outfit as a reward. That way, you motivate yourself to get started and keep going, and you won't waste money on items that you might never use. Another example is starting a YouTube channel. Many aspiring YouTubers aim to replicate the polished videos of their favorite content creators, but that can seem impossible without a substantial investment in filming and editing. When your channel is new, you don't make any money, okay? It doesn't generate income. So why waste money on something you are not sure you will like doing long term? Starting small is perfectly okay. I stepped back and examined the earliest videos of my favorite YouTubers. I found that their content at the beginning was quite different from what they produce now, which is absolutely normal. Perfection evolved over time. It didn't happen right from the start. So what did I end up doing? I started with what I had. I filmed with my phone. I used a cheap mic. This one isn't cheap, but it's a gift, so it doesn't count. And I did minimal editing with a free software, which is what I still use. I don't have the time or the resources to make my video perfect. Trust me, I would love to have like sound effect, memes, and all that jazz, but perfection is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for consistency through actions. Beginning small is a vulnerable moment because you don't really know what to do or what to expect. You can be subject to embarrassment and all sorts of fears, failure, judgment, etc. Allowing myself to feel vulnerable was a game changer. It's a very courageous thing to do. Overcoming perfectionism involves several steps, in my opinion. First, you have to create a supportive environment where self-acceptance is valued, and that starts with you and the environment within yourself. You replace self-criticism with positive self-talk. You recognize that mistakes are learning lessons and that there is always a learning curve in everything. You avoid comparing yourself to others as everyone's journey is unique. You practice mindfulness to focus on the present, reducing anxiety about the past or the future. Make a list of things that you have put under the disguise of perfectionism and ask yourself the question, am I just being lazy and procrastinating? If so, start small. The real truth hits you when you take that first step. That's when you figure out if you genuinely love what you've been dreaming of. So instead of holding back because you want to make a big all-in start, it's better to begin small and to adjust. In 2024, we are no longer perfectionists. We are doers, okay? So thank you for watching. Take really good care of yourselves, and you will see me in the next video. Bye.